Hello, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. I apologise right now, I have dogs next to me. They're snoring, sniffing and all sorts. So if you hear any funny noises, it's my dogs. I promise, not me. So some exciting news. I have the Mood of the Moon Oracle. I managed to get myself on a pre-order list for this one, which is on Kickstarter now, live as of the 14th of November 2023. It's not got long left. It closes soon. So the decks arrived and I was able to get one sent out so that I could give you all a quick flash of it before the Kickstarter ends. And this is from Serpent and Peacock. And available, as I've said, on Kickstarter right now, and it will be then available from Libra Moon direct on the website. And this is the Oracle deck that I mentioned previously to go with the Serpent and the Peacock Learn from the Cards 3 Moons edition. And you can tell that they're a set because of how they look, although this one's significantly wider. I've got a bit more information on the back of this one, whereas this one's got the, as we've come to know now, the Serpent and Peacock imagery on the back. It tells you there. So on a bookshelf, these are going to sit great. And of course, I also do have the art edition, the tarot as well. So let's get into it. So it is a hard magnetic box, as you know. Sorry, I forgot where I was because the dog was nudging me. So yeah, magnetic box. So we have the image inside, and it's all rose petal finish. The book has a rose petal finish to it as well. I have opened this in order to take the foil off the wrapping. So the book is quite chunky, and total disclaimer, I don't know anything about this system at this moment in time other than I love the images. It goes with the Serpent and Peacock, and it has gorgeous backs and shiny edges because I'm that shallow. So if we just quickly look in the book tells us, so with the deck, my understanding is this much so far. If you go to www.zodiacreports.com, you can find links there to a live sky map, if that makes sense. And then you combine the information in this book with the live sky map, and it's based on where the sun is in the sky, as to which aspects of the cards you read, if you want to read it via the sky and the maps, or you can just use it as an oracle deck, a four-sided oracle deck at that. So 4 for the price of 1, with gorgeous artwork. So what do we have here? If we look at the moon, unless it's new moon or lunar eclipse, we see the reflection of the sun. That reminds us, the moon is and always will be influenced by the sun. Therefore, to read the mood of the moon, we must also look at the sun. To start reading with these oracle cards, note what zodiac season the sun is in today, the time of the reading. I'll list the seasons and the zodiacs for those that would like a reference. So the seasons as in our astrological seasons. So Aries, yeah. It tells us about that. Spring equinox, so that's for the northern hemisphere. And then we have, so our astrologicals are there. Just keep going. Where are we? Pisces. Then it talks about the 4 elements here. Let's just take it out of the way, sorry. Then it talks about the 4 elements. So now you've determined what zodiac sign we're currently in. Now you need to look at what elements you are. The ancients saw the universe divided up into 4 elements: fire, air, water, and earth. So we know we have 3 zodiac signs for each element. So these are then listed here. So you have your fire signs and a bit more information. So Aries, impatient, confrontational, impulsive. No, I don't know any Aries like that. Do you? Leo, big-hearted, drama queen. Really? No. Sagittarius, adventurous. Yeah. There are, I don't agree with everything that they link to these signs, but some I can there's a very definite. Gemini, talkative, insensitive. Well, that'd be the Queen of Swords coming out. Libra, detached, balanced, artistic. Detached. I don't know about detached so much. Balanced. They're ridiculous at making decisions. Aquarius, independent. Yep. Eccentric. Yep. Visionary. Yeah, they can be. Very scientific. The earth signs, stubborn. Materialistic, cheap. Taurus, cheap. Don't know about cheap, but definitely materialistic, stubborn. Virgo, fussy, frugal, inflexible, fussy. Would fussy be like eye to detail? Frugal, definitely. You know who you are. Lady Cobweb. Capricorn, disciplined, patient, miserly. Yeah, they can be miserly. Disciplined, I don't know. Patient, I don't know. Excellent with IT though. Cancer, deep, sensitive, nurturing. Yeah. Scorpio, deeper, intuitive, sympathetic. Sympathetic. Would you say sympathetic or would you say empathetic for Scorpio? I'm not sure. And I'm not disputing what's in here, by the way, just my personal experience. Pisces, deepest, psychic, empathetic. So with water signs, I like that. Deep, deeper, and deepest. I do like that. That's quite amusing. Reading the cards, the first method. If the sun is in a fire sign, read the words on the red side. So as per each element, read the words on the blue. Right, fine. Then we have the feelings on the cards are derived from the aspects made. So then you need your aspects, which will be the glyphs on the cards. For sake of simplicity, only wanting a finite number of cards, broke the aspects down into 3 categories: conjunct, hard aspect, difficult, and soft aspect, easy. For those of you that don't know your planet glyphs or your aspects, I've included them as a chart. So as we move into the cards, these are glyphs that you'll find in the book. Yep. And then here we go, going straight into card 1. So card 1, Mood of the Moon Oracle. So it tells us where the gorgeous artwork come from. So we've got that information there. For the astrology, it's Moon conjunct Sun. So we can see these are the glyphs that I'm talking about. Moon, that's a conjunct sign, and that's a Sun sign. How do I know that? Because I've just spotted it here. I wouldn't have known that had I not spotted it while I was reading. So I did spot it there. I don't know what direct hit means, however. I don't know what this bit means. But I now know that that sign is conjunct. There's my Sun, there's my Moon. Numerology 1, number, new beginnings, March is numerology 1. And then we have here the elements. So the fire element is ready to fly, the air element is new beginnings, the earth element is fresh start, and the water element here is emotionally centered, and then further information about each of those. And it goes through then for each card. It's a big old deck, this one. So we get to here. Alternative ways to read the cards. 3 modes in astrology are a way to determine how the energy flows. Each mode describes characteristic and manners which be applied to all areas of life. So with the cardinal signs, there are various, they're orientated with the fixed signs, they are concerned. So it tells you about how to use the signs then within each of their, what does that call it? Characteristics. So your cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs from each of the elements. Then we have readings of the cards, method 2. So it tells us about how to read method 2 here, method 3 here. And if I do this, we'll be going on forever because we're 8 minutes in already. And then we have information on the glyphs that I was talking about, or the planets, or the aspects. I don't know what I'm calling all of these. What is that? That's Pluto. Planets. Yes, we're still on planets. Void, of course. I've no idea what that one means, to be honest, but at least we've got something here that tells us about what void, of course, means in each astrology sign. So that's really nice to see. And then we have reading the cards method 4, which looks like simply the numerology of it all. So there we go. So we have numerology numbers 1 to 9. And the master numbers 11, 22, and 33 here. So it gives us the information for the master numbers. That's quite nice to see how the deck was born. Let me just put this down a second. So 2014, working with a particular boss, triggered by slightest little things, began noticing mood changes with the moon, learned from observing the moon, the sun, and the aspects it made to the planets, when I could talk to my boss and when to avoid them completely. Isn't that really curious? I like that. The moon also affects people's emotions. So that's also been noted. And when the moon is either hard aspect, meaning square or opposite, or moon void, of course, also has bigger issues on when you can speak to certain people. And it is during the moon void, of course, when everything goes wonky, doesn't it just? I don't know if we've just come off some kind of void, of course, or not, but I would say the last 2 months have been pretty wonky in my world. So in the middle of creating this project is when the Serpent and Peacock Tarot was born. So for those of you that have the Serpent and Peacock Tarot, first edition, art edition, Mood of the Moon, 3 Moons Learning Edition, that's how it came about, was through the start of this deck here. Right, let's get to the cards because we're a long way in. Oh, look at that. So we have the iconic imagery inside the box, not the wording that you get in the tarot boxes. So there we have the same foiling on this one as you get with the 3 Moons edition tarot deck. And of course it's a square deck, as you can see, but what I don't think you can see, I don't think it's going to pick up on screen because of the sunshine around me, is all of this is the same holographic foiling. And they just sparkle, you just get like little remnants of sparkle, which is really, really nice to see. But I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera for you or not. But trust me, it's the same as this. Okay, so it's a big deck. Oh, and I can already see we've got different colours in there. I don't know what they mean, so please don't ask me. But it will be in the book. Everything will be in the book and on the website. The Kickstarter's got loads of information on the page as well, so I'll link to the Kickstarter below. So let's just come down and have a look. I think the best way for me to do this is just simply to flip through the cards to keep you going. So you've got your 4 elements, and it tells you then you've got the words around it, your number and your signs, and then your gorgeous piece of artwork. So the art is kind of that medieval artwork. Kind of is medieval artwork. Some have got more glyphs on than others. I like that piece of artwork. Who doesn't like a unicorn? So there's lots for me to be learning. So this is going to be an interesting, very interesting deck to work with, I think, for those who are wanting to learn about, I don't know, real sky, live sky, add to their Western astrology. It's going to be really interesting to see how this layers up with all of that. I've got it all going on today. I've got 2 dogs. They never sit next to me. So it's just because it's new, it's still not quite separated fully. Let's see if this helps. Oh, we've got somebody drilling the street up. That's in there's one like that in the Patrick Valenza decks, which is why I fell in love with these decks so much, because the imagery is kind of very similar. So I don't know what the colours around the edges mean. It clearly gives us some kind of suit. The numbers just keep going up, so I know it's not a numerical in the suits per se. Although for numerology purposes you would add your numbers and break them down. It's got that kind of Six of Swords vibe to it, isn't it? Successful collaborations, optimistic, inner harmony, very tolerant. I actually haven't looked to see what this cardstock is. The last one was on a black core cardstock, which is, you know, I'm told good quality, and it is linen finish on this one as well, with a slight gloss. Again, not being a complete cardstock snob, I don't actually understand what black core means. I just know if something feels flimsy, too thin, or like it's going to snap back, like a playing card. So these are the void of course. Okay, so black is void of course. That I have worked out. Then we have the planets. Okay, so you've got a quick reference guide at the back. And then your cards. So you've got a quick reference, which is always useful, and then your deck. Right. Let's just bring it out a bit. So you'd know which way the cards are because you've got obviously a back there. I'm less bothered by the backs, actually. I'm not bothered, you know, I don't mind if a back is reversible or not reversible. That really has never been an issue for me because I wouldn't know what card was on the other side anyway. But yeah, you know it's a reversible card coming up, of course. So I don't know how I'm going to do this for today, but let's just pull a card out for right now. So we have Two-Faced. Two-Faced, talkative, sensitive discussions, intellect. Interesting, it happens to have the Mercury sign there, so it feels like it's an air sign card. 58. Let's have a look in the book for 58. So I didn't see how many cards there were actually in that deck. I forgot to read the last card number. 93. 93 cards in this deck plus the 3 extras makes what? 96. So 58 is numerology 4. So let's just find numerology 4 a second. Should be about stability, to be honest, but let's have a look. Depends on how good my own numerology memory is. Numerology 4. Management, limitation, organisation, restriction, breakthroughs, opportunities. Logical, practical, hardworking, health conscious, slow and steady wins the race. So there's your stability there. Numerology 4, which would be 5 plus 8 is 13, and then 1 plus 3 is 4, for those who aren't familiar with numerology. And this is Moon conjunct Mercury. So I was right, that's on Mercury, Moon and our conjunct sign. And then we have, so I don't know what the sun is, so I'd have to go and look up where the sun is in the sky, and then that would give me my actual aspect. But for the fire element, it's intelligence without ambition, a bird without wings. So we have two-faced. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Talkative, the wiser a man is, the less talkative he will be. And then we have for the sensitive discussion, there is a fine line between discussion and arguments. A discussion is an exchange of knowledge, while an argument is an exchange of ignorance. Oh, I like that. I do like that. So there we go. There's one card out for you to look at. Now then, let's see how it looks against these two. So here we have the matching tarot. Put this one on this side, and we'll drop out the art edition on the other side, because these are the only two that I've currently got. The other one is on its way. So the art edition. And just so we can see how they look, really, for those that want to see how they play. Kind of expect, you know, the artwork's there, so I didn't expect much difference, although I think I'm preferring it with this size deck. So 7 of Swords with numerology 5, the moon square, somebody with something. Is that Jupiter or Saturn? Get them two a bit confused. And what does that mean? Is that a trine? Not that I know what any of that means anyway. So as I say, learning, plenty of learning for me. And then we have the Temperance card. Overly loved, overconfident. Okay, Temperance, are balancing out your overconfidence, too much love, or whatever it is you're overly of. The Empress with environments shape feelings, and 5 of Wands. They've got a lot going on between them, haven't they? We have 93 there, which breaks down to the master number 11. Oh, I can't remember his name, but there's a special name for this one. So what have we got? 7 of Pentacles, taking the initiative, confident, warm feelings, abundant energy with our Wheel of Fortune. I love this image. Who have we got? Who have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords with our hot-blooded, excitable, cruel, and stirring the pot with our 8 of Wands, telling us that everything is lined up and falling into place. Quick changes, messages, and communication. So I will leave it there. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.